I'm still looking at the clock. Okay.
Again, the Level Fifth Choice Council meeting for June 23rd, 2025. I see that I call the meeting to order. Start with pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for peace and liberty. I have spoken comments from matters that are on the agenda.
No claims processed yet.
New business license, the Windsor. And Fred. How does that pronounce? I said it right, it's been my life correct. I'm going to talk about last year. You guys take the questions or transfer over pretty quick, right? We did. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I think you're going to sign it like that. Oh.
The important thing.
Yeah, you don't want to bring it up to the right way. Just wow, yeah, a little bit at a time. All right. You're Saturday night. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Nothing else favorable to you, very good. I didn't know you had your problem wasn't one out to dust in there. So, there you go. That's good though. You want to have any questions? We're going to ask for a motion to approve the business license for the Windsor. Need a second? Second. All in favor? Thank you very much. We'll have the license probably up to you tomorrow or the next day.
Maybe a little longer.
If you get yours, I'll like it.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're going to do and you guys do not have to surprise. The different boardroom study, Fred, that you want to stick around. I just can't straight it anymore. Moving on to next business license, Kingdom Barbecue.
Yes, sir.
It's you, all right, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. This monster, I run a barbecue food trailer. I sell a lot of traditional barbecue, brisket, pulled pork, ribs, burgers, and we do Italian sodas, regular soda pops, um, and we have nachos, little snacks or something for like what kids would like.
You can come down and set up a drawer every once in a while.
Yes, sir. Just every once in a while when I can or have places to go. So, been trying to open up my range.
Um, well, we do have a little party hookup at the museum, just to throw it out there.
Well,
So,
don't ever use it.
let us know. So, we set it up and I'll think anyone's ever used that. That's it.
I think so.
So, then I had a couple people approaching us about when we have a food truck here. So, just throwing it out there. So red sauce or vinegar based?
It is red sauce. And actually, technically, true barbecue.
It's where you give your lowest 40 for them. Anyone have any questions?
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, we set up pretty much every farmer's market on Thursday. This Fridays and Saturdays, I'm always trying to find a place for barbecue folks. I'm not sure there is 22 foot long, so it's all the long. And so just getting the right everything. And then also my girls are teenagers, so getting their help and it takes one to one person. Right? And then I could so I got to carry on the comment for the area. Because I don't want that far. You said, so as you talked about parking out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I've never been down for a while. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's what's not horrible. It's still nice. Actually, we're gonna introduce the neighbors. There's nothing about it. There's a new gal, it's just starting, it starts to be August. Well, I think start in August, yeah, the thing is just Uber right now. Yeah, I'm not sure, and I didn't test the family.
You have any other questions?
Okay, what's your next one?
This weekend. We're at this weekend. We're at this weekend.
We'll be in front.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll come by there.
Who would ask for a motion to approve new business license for Kingdom Barbecue? In a second. All in favor? Good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Look forward to you coming down the shore.
You can stick around if you want, but you don't have to.
New business license for Water Academy Ministry, quarter share of wine bar.
Yes, she is not here. She's worked on Monday night, so she couldn't come. What this is for is she does a lot of work for Dale Fogg. So she's trying to kind of do a business of does property caretaking for him, inside, outside, runs errands, all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, so she helps Dale. He also needed her to have a business license because he can get assistance with that payment if she's has a license. So
Bill, we're congratulations. Well, yeah, I got my season. It's
So she's done a few things in the past, and we have a business license for it. Do you have any questions or comments? I'll ask for a motion to approve the business license for Water Cabin Administration. Any second?
which one started with? Okay,
All in favor?
started. Yeah.
Next, tip out number 7. Let's see, 2025 student water. State. I'm just gonna explain this process and what we have. Rate increases is, the continuation of the people about the head and shoulders of us. This has to do with the sewer rate increase for the state involved. As long as you, so they should help us through the process to ensure we just rate increase correctly. Correctly. Done properly.
And Nathan, it was what, like a 63-page document, at least. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can turn this on. That sounds good.
started incarcerated for so long. So
I don't think so. And the mayor had to step out, so, but he just got back. But yeah, we'll just let him know. Just sign page 45 and we're good. Okay, went over it all.
Yep.
Right. Okay. All right, Nate, did you have anything else for us?
What's that?
I think that's on ordinances, not resolutions.
Nate, are we good to vote tonight on this since it's a resolution? Yeah. That's still on the council president's call for the vote. So I stepped out.
Do we have a motion to approve this resolution? A resolution relating to the issuance by the city of Troy of its wastewater system lending bonds consisting of $450,000 subordinate taxable series 2 2025 A bond and $763,000 series 2025 B bond authorizing the issuance and increasing the terms.
Very good.
Do we decide?
What's that?
All in favor? Yes.
All right. Unanimous, it carried. Thanks, Nathan. Scott. All right, well, he signed off. Yep, he signed out. So,
Wastewater project task order number 7. This is the task order to furnish the engineering to the city of Troy and RPA for the wastewater treatment system. This is usually the cost or what the cost is to fill in it. The budget for it, $1,000, which is yeah, there's a ceiling limit, not to exceed 450,000. Take 5 of their budget. Not a problem.
Here's what's in this direct expenses, $70. We've gone about first, maybe that. There's then and subscription software directing about charge for the services that are available to serve
Yes, that's right. Let's work out, this is a city revolving fund, and it's requirement.
This is a true cost out. Like, $1,750.
Which is two.
But if you go under that, you can't charge. This is all. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the sewer project.
Yeah.
So this is
So that's the way to go through. Yeah.
doable, regular cost,
Yes.
doable 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago.
We're gonna take it from them.
No, we do, because it's, sign this contract. Because it's for their direct services. So they provided everything, and this is the contract for their direct service office, for us, So motion to accept. That's what we're going to say. That's second. All forward. And then moving on to water project tab order number 8. So this was originally talked about a few years ago when ARPA came about. Everything. The water project. Trying to do it, we actually got the right from one of the other applications, grants from before ARPA. If I remember, we qualified, enough money. Basically, what this is going to do is replace the 10-inch line from Burke's Place. Which is going to be right about here. And then replace it all the way up to this intersection of Iron Creek with replace it from 10-inch to 12-inch. This is one of the pipes that have been in since I think the 1970s. What this will do is it serves a couple different purposes. It replaces that pipe. I'm not sure how much leakage we have on it. It also helps equalize the pressure from the pumps and the wells that we have. Well off there here, and we have one we have Pullen Alley to be able to fill the tanks up even more evenly because this 10-inch line restricts the flow of water going up to the tank on that creek. So when the tank shuts off down here, it shuts off the flow here. So this tank may be 3/4 full and this one's full.
So now I'm shutting off because that is full of that.
And there's not a diverter to go from, shut that off. Obviously, Pascal has one of the older line systems. Not nearly as old as what was got on it. But definitely it's been on the hit list. Along some other stuff. This was a lot of more identified if we have all our system out. Well, pumps not working as hard, but working more efficient. Bruce is right across from, trailers down from your guys' place.
You don't get on the corner office for selling right by your sandwich and some nice outfit.
Yeah. Right in there somewhere, they go on down, there's searching. Currently, the existing road is the east side of the sidewalk, between the sidewalk and property owners, going down through there. And what they're proposing to do is come back out between the shoulder and the bottom line of the highway to do it because they need to have 12-foot separation between one and two. And if they put it in the exact same spot, it's like, and then possibly increase the pressure a little bit on that side of the town.
Does that replace the other one? And so the
So this is just basically the main line. Replace that. Then it's new line from bottom line creek all the way up to the two. Okay. So we do have our money, I do believe, in there to be honest, I don't know. What's that?
This particular. Right, it's just very interesting.
But my Chris's goal is if we decide to do this, and if we go over the, 1.75 million for this project, that we would have to go to state revolving fund and then on. This actually gets us going to be able to go out and get the estimate for the project, see where we. Yeah, and I got out, but it has to be. So one thing too, Chris brought up is when we had some of the cost savings, we went out, got an estimate, got everything going during the next 4 to 6 weeks. We our contractor at that time, they could split inspection services between the wastewater project and that one. So it's, that for them, so they split his time, couple of projects.
The cost savings.
Well, they can always tell where, or so they split it. The picture between both projects and shape up and say, and just be split to the.
I don't remember from, well, 20 years ago, I don't remember what that rate was. It was an estimate, another estimate from my friend.
So that water line was the one, this one we haven't ever put up. That water line's the one behind the energy there. Going through the school, museum, and that.
Like that, so.
That was that first water project, or and then that tied in new services that the federal lands. And then there's some work up at the water tank up there when they originally put that tank in. New water line. It's really covered. They scratched out the back of it. Yeah. Scratch, not a head. Yeah. So they're going through the trenching and yeah.
You say you're on top of the mission, they're going.
Yes.
Well, it's probably at 6 foot or even more. So what this would do is get the ball rolling, be able to let our PA go out for bid on it, see where we're at with bids and people of interest. And then we make the decision whether we go out with state revolving fund or the budget. Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction for us just because it replaces a good chunk of the water main that was not upgraded. Five years ago, so we also have a few blocks inside on the side of the bridge, on the other side of town, and on the other side of it. Last time we did one block, about $60,000. And 2019,
But they've already done work this, like,
No, this would actually give them the ability to go outside, looking for it. Good. See where it ends up, which is better engineer estimate, and then give us the wonderful news that their engineer estimate was actually over. Than what they wanted to do. You say? One for three would be good. But it's,
Well, you just add this, that would be good.
yeah.
Let's turn it over.
yeah.
Do you say we would still pass an argument for this?
Yeah, this is a different part of the article. So there was two wastewater and water. In this came on water. One that we did, but we didn't qualify and
Yeah, because there is a different cost.
well, this is probably an ARPA project that's done by October and to that. So it's
Just right.
yeah. So we're gonna do it. Yeah, 1.7.
Sounds good.
I don't believe so.
It's curious where we're, we're about to see soon, so it's out there. Not prior to food, but that's standard as well.
The other one was out there too.
Yeah.
So basically, we can spend this money, we don't have to approve it.
So they do a draw. Like what they've been doing is that's not a pay request for us. And then we have to, we sign off on that for it, and then they submit it to, we put up for what they're ready. Yeah, we still have to figure out what the bid is, most thing is.
The portion they'd be doing.
So do you remember similar to that, what's through, sure those that are most bid, sure those are most for wastewater, you have all, something like that, and then, yeah, we voted on that a couple months ago.
So it'd be nice if there was a breakdown of that, this is one of the costs. To get the city to that point, to where, okay, got a lot of bids, and they're too expensive, or maybe they're under, and maybe the project doesn't go forward. They're still going to charge us for that.
They're gonna charge. Yeah.
But funds designated to draw.
That's going for the specific project.
Yes. Yeah. Because this is one of the projects we put in for future. I'm kind of thinking this is, we put it for it, and we didn't get money, essentially engineering done for it, when it, a lot of other places said they had everything, but then they didn't, and then they turned it down, so that money came to them. So we just kind of worked our way up through the volume.
This was brought up years ago, it's been part of the coloring R, so you're supposed to put that like that.
I was asking about it, because we work 12 hours.
No, so we're so bad enough, like, we have freezers that we can't even share.
It's a one that thing, the hydrants, everything. That's a 6-inch main. Then one thing. It goes about 2 to 4 inch to the half. That's one of the things I brought up to the last says about that.
And when I drove before, it's just along the highway. For this thing. And it might be just because we had, that might have been in the original, but it got chopped to make it to where this
That's
was.
where it does but it's not like there.
It's out of it all, so that end of town, because that's all 1970s.
Down the street. You guys have a good line out there. The street.
No, because it's coming off this 10-inch. No, yeah, you're coming out of that. Yeah, you're coming out this one over. I mean, so, we're gonna move forward and see where we're at with it.
You have to express a little, concern on what's available, different things here first. They make out like bandits on these projects, that's these projects are living, where it's questionable as to, these costs keep going up and up and up, and you see, I'm just, these firms know what they're doing. There's a lot of money available, and that's what makes your phone gets really the best bang for the buck, that money. Make it up all these sorts of things. Cautious.
Consider.
They're all paperwork, signature microphones, all back end work. We don't want to get it. We did all of it.
For approval like this, because they took the time to then all kinds of questions for self.
Yeah, I didn't even ask Chris to join, so I could call him. I'm sure he'd answer if you got questions you want to.
Yeah, you're gonna see some computer chart, $5,000 computer charges. Without grabbing their overhead, their rates. Is that something, there's been nice that clear that. Do they just charge it automatically? Do they charge it or because? Yeah, I don't want to stick with that. I want to make sure we use these funds before they dry out my portfolio.
What do you want to do?
I think we're not roll this and that's not so our risk received from that out. I think we have a timeline. You don't know about this.
I'll ask for a motion to approve the water project task order number 8.
Motion to approve the water projects task order number 8.
Have a second? All in favor? Number 8, audit process, proposal and information for fiscal year 24, 25, and 26. Motions CPA.
Yeah. Next is CPA is the new name to be for Denny and Associates. He is retiring. and John Hart, I think is his name, is taking over. And that was the new name they were gonna do. I can't find my copy right now. Yes, yeah, he contacted me, so I said, "Well, send us something. Because we need to get a contract approved and going. And I also have an email out to another person that I was given a name as well, but I haven't heard back yet. I did that Friday afternoon. Sent that out Friday afternoon. But this just shows you the fees we could have to pay. Well, we haven't got a new contract with her for 2024, which is what we need, and I think she was at, I think it was 19 for the 2 years that she did. Yeah, for 2022 and 2023
Each year.
for 2 years for both. Yes. Yeah. But I'm just concerned since we don't have anything going yet. Fiscal year 24's audit is due June 30th, 2025.
Oh, we could get that done.
Good.
A week and a half from now?
So just concerned. And when they reached out and said, can we help you with that? Well, I don't know. Give us a proposal. We'll see what you charge. Which I knew would be way more.
Yeah.
So
You haven't reached out to Nicole this last week at all?
I have not.
She said last time I,
There's what you have it.
no, the one 22, 23. That we talked about, I talked to her last month and she said she'd be willing to do it. So I'll call her tomorrow.
Yeah, so. Wednesday, Thursday?
No.
Well,
30th is Monday.
we'll be late.
We late. So, well,
But it won't.
we're a year behind because of Nicole's being a year behind on the previous ones.
We've been late.
Yeah.
Well, state's threat is.
Yes, and that's my concern, especially with these big projects coming.
Responsible is the meeting where she presented, it's like. Yeah, well, it's either this or anyone wants something else kind of thing. I don't forget how she worded it.
Yeah.
But I don't like her response.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the reality of it, because you're looking at $24,500 one year. And I think we have to have a single audit for federal, so we're looking at possibly, $31,500 for 1 year versus $19,000 for 2 year goal. Not bad.
It's just not.
So when I talked to her, she said she was in, so, there's
We are in the forest.
Do we know where we're sitting with our budget? Do we have? Do we have to? Do we not want to? Meet it?
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
There's more water. Well, we request an extension.
Yeah, we have to put in for an extension. But
The state is losing patience.
yes. Yes.
But it's no action item, so it's only just one on that, so. No, it wasn't. I think we need to see, like, you know, somebody else talk to Nicole, because last year we zeroed out our water budget, so, sewer wasn't far behind it. General fund was pretty much zeroed out, so if we're in that same boat this year, we have to cut things from general fund lines. You know, because, everything else that we're. Maybe where we're at about this. So call the tomorrow, then call you with.
You don't really to. Have a second meeting. With that.
Yeah.
Something like down. The fact that you can see more than once, it's, you know, you can see it. I guess we've done it more.
Yeah, we have a list of firms that we got from the state.
Yeah.
Out there,
State has, yeah.
Your state providers.
It's definitely, I was feeling to be the deadline of that whole water. It's not really rough.
Mhm.
Local business, local government review committee. Official round.
Nope. I had a person ask about it today, and I said, well, we haven't been able to have meetings because we don't have a quorum anymore. And like, would you be interested?
You can just show up. On the corner. So we can be in compliance with the state requirement. Mhm.
Magic one way. Yes, they wanted to review, but no one wants to participate.
But I like that. It's participating. Yes.
Minimum of one, but two.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
It's a citation.
I got just the first.
Do you want that person?
Can we post that again this week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, please.
What time you guys need?
We have a first grade, but we'll work it out. To do this.
Public committee, so we're gonna be this week, our schedule's still aligned, hopefully, get it next week. You know, all of us have been getting through, you know, we're gonna make the meeting, so we have stuff to bring to the table, we all had, that task was, you know, I think we're, yeah, pretty excited about it. There are a couple of things, that I will be bringing to the group, I don't know if any of you have seen the affordable housing project over the down there. Affordable housing is kind of a community model. Yeah. We've already had that. Yeah, so they're doing, there's 12 12 buildings, each one has two side-by-side duplexes, so 24 units, mixed with 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. You know, all, they look great. They're 100% solar. They're coming in on budget, on schedule. It's like a two of those with various partners on it. And I told about how I was making Charlotte. I said, yeah, right now we got to look for some architects. One of the first step. I said, well, if you guys make the plan available to us and made a deal, they said yes. We extended the plans. Yeah. And so I urge you guys to go check out the buildings. This is visually looking a little bit old back here on this side. How many you think you could fit there? So I thought that was a great option. And that saves us a year, 50, 75,000. So that's cool. Then also that project's joint project between community action program goes Northwest Montana, which is a nonprofit that does a lot of rural housing initiatives. And then also American Common. So they're the ones that buy the van. And apparently they are going to be refurbishing those. And over the course of the winter, I think moving people out. And also, for a couple weeks, and we were packing after the winter started. So sometimes like that's like remain affordable housing to those same folks that are there with these newer units. But they mentioned, possibly trying to partner with us to do this more. They really want to work with us to try. I think they've got a lot of resources available to them that city council and everything is sticking up. So they're looking for a community that's welcoming to them. Some opportunities here. So he mentioned that their director, Carolyn Fritz, said he'd like to attend one of our meetings and housing. Like I said, we've got lots to talk about. I know for me, with their experience and Jason, some money options. So I think we're not a lot to talk about. Hopefully, we can continue. Yeah. Yeah.
Looking forward to hearing how you go. On to department reports, the only thing I have is we do have the dispatch contract, brought that up last month, and we forgot to put that in this month. So
Oh,
we can
I
add
thought
that
we
to
were-
the
yeah.
That's like $25,000.
Okay.
So,
I thought that was for the work meeting. That's why it wasn't in there. I thought you said add it to the work meeting.
yeah, I forgot all,
Okay.
totally forgot about after last business meeting. So,
Okay. All right. So,
so
okay.
we have a contract with dispatch.
Yeah.
Moving on to department, or council, do you guys have anything? Department, reports, awards here just really quick. So under Stewart, on the first one there, full clean repairs at down the shop pump station. After it failed and the red light came on. So this is part of the sewer project upgrade, and where those lift stations have a call out versus that actually work because the system that's in place is not working right now. And when somebody finally noticed it, the lift station was pretty much close to disaster, was almost who everyone. So we do have our high school kid moving again. So we're going to line, and then next part is volunteering going to the cemetery every year. That's a lot. And those are looking pretty good. So,
Yes. Yes.
4 years.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It was paid through tax liens. But yes, but it was paid. It was paid, cut up, new deposit put down. Yes. So,
I'm not gonna talk to you guys. 4 weeks I've been going to. This next one sounds like, somebody first.
yeah.
I don't know, I was down there today talking with Chrissy and for a few days. So I'm going to talk to Ward tomorrow morning about that. And it was like,
The state did change the program.
Make it easier or harder?
Easier, they have to clear it first, is what it is.
Is there any issues from the screening brain festival?
I think the only thing was the trash. They didn't get dumpsters ordered. So it was just, they had it piled up, but they supposedly cleaned it up, but it wasn't great looking throughout the weekend. Very much.
I did too, and I remember that we did not. We didn't look at all of it. Few years ago.
I said, honestly, I don't know. We were the city saying I was going to be alcohol at it, so we didn't. It was probably, did their license, having everything here for her, and it's. Sean, I don't know what city ordinances, I said, if anybody's gonna know, it's gonna be Sean, TJ's not around, so.
You know,
No, okay. We talked about. Similar. So we just have one of this now, you know, and has a restriction on what to buy it. Having something.
so that's restriction.
Yeah, that's why I stopped.
So,
Another restriction.
like that,
Jared said it's a alcohol-free event. He said, it's for mental health, so we don't want people drinking. So the Fisher Code said there's laws of, customer sort of stuff going on. I said, well, they're not supposed to be having alcohol for their own event. I wonder if they were enforcing it or just
it was that.
contributing to that.
Oh, no, they were not, it was not. Brand.
Right. Yeah.
Those people bring it out. And I remember we talked at the council meeting years ago, we were gonna limit people going down there on their own.
Right.
That year.
Right.
But school wanted us to.
Yeah, for sporting events.
So that,
We just chose not to do any action on it, because it was. Like, the school just wanted it for their events, but it's like, well, it's not our part. So if somebody wants to.
that's your own business.
And that's what we do, like,
I think it's not a bad idea. That's sort of, it has to be here.
I don't know what it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bunch of.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
So it's crazy.
he's looking at it from a different perspective. And I didn't hear anybody complaining about it.
I think something last week at FPO.
Yep.
He actually was one of those things here, I think this year.
Mhm. The one thing that, I don't know that it's on here, that Travis brought up, he wasn't able to come tonight. I think there's some issues and headbutting going on between the chamber members on how the alcohol and beer garden is supposed to be set up and operated, so I don't know who needs to step in on that possibly.
The chamber event.
Okay, so it's them that are, they're the ones that, yeah, so it was something about, I guess there used to be the double, like, barrier, and they don't want to do that this year. Well, the person who put in for the alcohol license assumed that's how it was going to be because that's how it always has been. But the chamber is now saying they weren't planning on doing that. So,
What's the double barrier?
They have the one fence, and so that it's set inside so that people can't be passing beers.
outside of that.
outside. There's like,
Okay.
so that if there's like, yeah. So that you could,
So you can't do that.
no, they couldn't pass alcohol to non-alcoholic girls through the fence.
Yeah.
I think it's there for a reason. because
Yes.
Otherwise, you're not gonna pass.
Probably part of the
Yeah.
license.
So I guess whoever it is that put in for the license is saying that they will pull that license and there won't be a beer garden. Yeah, and they will not have a beer garden for the 4th. So it's on the chamber. So I just letting you know.
We have nothing
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, that is all chamber.
Or meeting. Okay. Good morning. So, Lex Bowl is up and running, Lex Bowl, I think there, and that's a program that helps the officers go through policies, make sure they're updated on a regular basis if anything changes or comes out, and then it automatically takes that policy to that. 79, commercial service, 78 traffic stops. I know they wrote 100 tickets the month before. Speaking the vast majority of that is training for late. Anything else? Farmer reports, move on to public comments for matters not on the agenda. We on to the. What way do you think, guys?
No land. Is that on the agenda at all for the city?
Not on for
And city's on First Street.
No,
And part of First Street, I know you're gonna say, I'm assuming you're gonna say, well, town folks supposed to take care of it. But, and I know they are, but there are some areas that are really bad, and although, well, we've got speeders down that street now, if you can have it for me. It's,
I talked to Drew a couple weeks ago about paving, and he went out and looked at it and talked to the project manager for the project, and brought it up to him and said, this is not good. So they're tough where tough has a new contractor in place, they went through and
is it jet contractor number 5, 6?
It's in a good situation because I can't hold us to set up. And I tried to get a hold of the PM and left them a message. And then when I traveled, we didn't have on it chance to get that to him. So we'll put that on the list and we have some other issues.
But we watch those cats come through and grind up, you know, we watch.
I know.
They've got,
That was completely to the way.
yeah, being there too, You want to go on my street? Dennis and Ruth's place, that's a low spot that, you know, that's a bad, and then there's a big pothole there down, as you come out of the post office, right on First Street. I mean, you have to really avoid that. I mean, that's a deep pothole. So, but anyway, I'm just, but anyway, on my street, there's four-way stop, family stopping. It's terrible.
Just a reference.
Our officer is wonderful on that, you know, folks.
And it's stopping. Yeah.
That's what we're trying to arrange stuff. So I'll get other officers on, you know, smoke control there. And then I'll get one tomorrow morning, you guys tomorrow morning. Smoke control there.
I do want to say that I came down and I was concerned about the alley behind my house. It looked like it's our maple trees right over our line. I got a call the next day from the guys. It was not a power line simply. So they're not, I'm thinking about it, but I appreciate it. So, but I have one more question. Is there an ordinance on that when you're in?
So there's a general maintenance, just basically 10 inches or higher and be taken care of.
But if that way, because of. Well, it's fine. Keeping my lawn nice, and when I've got neighbors and maybe it's not napweed, maybe it's something else, but if it's napweed, because we have had it in town, that stuff is nasty. So look at 10 inches or higher.
Across school, when that big open garage. I bet that garage is 2 foot tall up there. I don't know. I think Martha much longer. When you see some McDougal straight across from the school.
That's just,
Yeah, that garage is so tall.
Yeah, it's not good.
So we had to fire go through that and tear it.
But thank you all for what you're doing. I was never allowed to come to the city council when my husband was on. I've been on for 13 years. Yeah, and I know he would let me come. But I appreciate it. Not to be on that committee or anything. I haven't.
it shows up one more time. I'm not going to keep the show up, you know.
Why is he making millions?
Three stamps and you're good.
I just want to sell dancing really fast.
She's very helpful.
They cost about $80,000 in sessions. And all that has is just straight in for the video minute, they kind of donate their time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and in the old days, we were lucky if they got oil, because they weren't paid. We know that. If they in the holes, the potholes aren't scoring the right people down.
Understand that. Anything else?
The only thing I would add is posing a meeting for the claims.
For the planners.
So if we could do, okay. Right.
Nothing else?
Wasn't there something else?
Alright.
Do we have a timeline for budget?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
Is the city going to try to get another notary?
That's a good question. We would like to, but. Yeah.
Is there?
It's only,
Only zero.
Have you seen if there's like two or something like that? Because that was so nice to have a notary down there.
Carrie, she might.
Yeah. But just that is.
Yeah.
Such a nice service.
Mhm.
As we're getting older, we have what we do. Yeah. Hey, they makes it worse than any of us.
That's for motion to adjourn the meeting. The second, all in favor? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Really good.